Level 1. The Soldier. Delta Force does not recruit, it observes. You don't start here, nobody does. Before any of this is possible, you have to become the kind of soldier that the right people notice. That takes years. It takes deployments. It takes a record that speaks before you do. You enlist in the United States Army. You get your assignment, infantry, rangers, special forces. It doesn't matter which, as long as you are excellent at it. Delta will not look at you until you have proven yourself somewhere else first. The unit selects from soldiers who are already elite. That is where the baseline starts. You deploy, you do the work. You come home, you deploy again. Somewhere across those years, a quiet piece of paper gets circulated. Not an advertisement, not a recruiting pitch, just an invitation to attend a briefing where they tell you what comes next and let you decide if you want to try. You attend the briefing. They tell you what selection involves. Some men leave after the briefing. That is also a kind of answer. You stay. Level 2, Assessment and Selection. Selection runs 4 weeks at Camp Dawson in the mountains of West Virginia. The terrain was chosen deliberately. It is steep, unforgiving, and completely indifferent to how prepared you thought you were. The first phase is physical. Runs, ruck marches, obstacle courses, hard but survivable for a fit soldier. They are not trying to eliminate you here. They are establishing a baseline. Some men fail out in the first week. Then comes land navigation. This is where Delta Selection separates itself from everything else. You are dropped alone in the Appalachian wilderness, with a map and a compass. No GPS, no teammates, no instructor walking beside you. A list of points scattered across rough terrain, and a time limit nobody tells you in advance. You either find them or you don't. The instructors watch and say nothing. Each day the routes get longer and the rucks get heavier. You start at 35 pounds over 18 miles at night. The weight increases. The time windows tighten. Your feet are destroyed. Your body is running calculations about what it has left, and the math is getting worse every morning. The instructors say almost nothing. That silence is deliberate. They want to see what you do with uncertainty, whether you motivate yourself or whether you need someone else to do it. Delta operators spend long stretches alone making decisions without supervision. If you need external validation to function, you will not last here. Then comes the long walk, 40 miles. 45-pound rucksack, the mountains of West Virginia. You are never told the distance. You are never told the time limit. You are told to start walking and keep walking until you are told to stop. Many physically capable soldiers quit the long walk, not because their bodies fail, but because their minds do. You cannot pace yourself toward a finish line you cannot see. You simply have to keep moving and trust that moving is enough. Some men who survived everything else stop on the long walk and sit down and wait. Nobody comes. The ones who finish face a psychological evaluation and a commander's board. Senior Delta members ask questions, not about tactics, about you, who you are, how you think, what you do when you are wrong. Classes of roughly 120 begin. A dozen or fewer graduate. Level 3, the Operator Training Course. Making it through selection means you have earned the right to begin training. OTC runs 6 months. Instinctive shooting at a standard, most soldiers never approach. Thousands of rounds until the mechanics are invisible, and the decision is all that remains. Close quarters battle in structures that grow more complex every week. Hostage rescue drills where the hostage is in the kill zone. Demolitions. Advanced driving. Tradecraft. You are being evaluated the entire time. Men are dropped from OTC for performance. The standard does not lower because you survive selection. At the end, you are assigned to a squadron. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, or Delta. You are an operator now. The title means something specific in this building, and it was not given to you. Level 4, the Operator. The unit does not announce itself. Its existence was not officially acknowledged for years. Its members operate under cover names. Their families know they work somewhere in the army. The operations tempo during peak years in Afghanistan and Iraq was relentless. Raid after raid, nights that blur into other nights, high-value targets that lead to other high-value targets. Delta operators find the person who matters, reach them faster than anyone else can, and are gone before the situation develops further. The speed is the protection. A raid that takes 12 minutes leaves less time for things to go wrong than one that takes 40. Some operations go as planned. Most adapt in the first 30 seconds. The compound is different from the imagery. The intelligence was wrong. Something that wasn't in the package is present, and you have to decide immediately. The training is for exactly this, not for the plan. For the moment the plan ends. Level 5, Mogadishu, October 3rd, 1993. The mission was supposed to take 30 minutes, a daylight raid to capture lieutenants of a Somali warlord. Delta operators secured the targets within minutes. Then a Black Hawk was shot down, then another. What followed was 18 hours of urban combat. Two Delta Force snipers, Master Sergeant Gary Gordon and Sergeant First Class Randall Shugart, were inserted to protect the crew of the second downed Black Hawk. They knew what the ground situation was. They requested insertion twice and were denied. They requested a third time. Permission was granted. They fought alone at that crash site until they were both killed. Both received the Medal of Honor posthumously. Randall Shugart's father accepted his son's award and looked the Secretary of Defense in the eye and told him his son's death was his fault. You were not there, but you know the story the way everyone in this unit knows it, not as history, as a standard. What those two men did in that alley is the answer to the question the unit asks every operator every day. What are you actually willing to do? Not in training, not when the odds are manageable, when the situation is already lost and someone still needs you to stay. Level 6, the senior operator. You have been in the unit for over a decade. You understand what the work costs in ways the operator you were at level 4 could not have articulated. You have watched men you trained with be carried off targets. You have attended services that the public never heard about for men whose names were never released. The unit asks something different of you now. Not more physical performance, not more tactical skill. Judgment. The ability to look at a situation and understand not just what is happening, but what it means and what every available option costs. You mentor younger operators not with speeches, but by being present in the hard moments and letting them watch how you handle them. Level 7, what remains? There is no public monument to Delta Force, no memorial the public can visit. The men who died in service to this unit are buried with honors their families understand and the general public does not. The record exists. Classified, incomplete, and in some cases still active. Operation Eagle Claw in 1980, the Iran hostage rescue that ended in disaster in the desert before Delta ever reached Tehran. Panama, 1989, Mogadishu, 1993. 2 decades in Iraq and Afghanistan. The capture of Saddam Hussein, the raid that killed Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi in 2019. Decades of operations conducted by men whose names were never released and whose families told their neighbors they worked somewhere in the army. The question the unit asks of every candidate on the long walk, alone in the mountains of West Virginia with no visible finish line, is not are you strong enough or skilled enough. It is this: when there is nothing left and nobody is watching and the easiest thing in the world would be to stop, what do you do? The men this unit keeps already know the answer. They keep walking. They always keep walking.